Okay guys, we're going to jump right in. This is part 2 of your writing assignment for the week. We've already read the first 2 passages and we found some evidence in those passages to support that person's opinion. Remember, you're going to be formulating your own opinion after we read this last passage, and that's what you're going to be working on. That's your writing assignment for the week. You need to tell Miss Cannon and I your opinion, and you need to give us reasons to support your opinion, and the reasons need to come from the text. You need to use evidence like what we've highlighted up here to support your opinion on whether or not water bottles, we should have water bottles. So we've read the first passage, which was that water bottles were bad. We found some evidence. We read the second one, that water bottles are great. We found some evidence. Now we need to look at the third one. Passage 3, water bottle alternatives. That word alternatives means other options, right? So maybe this whole passage is going to be about other options than water bottles. So let's take a look at it, and we will go through and we'll find some evidence, and then we can work on your brainstorming. All right. Many people are upset about Many people are upset about bottled water. They feel that bottles are detrimental to the earth. However, there's an easy alternative. We just need to recycle our water bottles. Instead of sending them to a landfill, the bottles can be reused and made into new things. By recycling our plastic, we can keep valuable materials out. By recycling our plastic, we can keep valuable materials out of landfills. This not only helps keep our landfills smaller, but it also can help reduce energy use and emissions. Another alternative to using bottled water is purchasing a reusable water bottle and filling it with water from your tap. Tap water is healthy and inexpensive. If you use the same bottle over and over, you are able to keep plastic water bottles out of the landfill, which is great for our environment. Many people may be upset about how wasteful water bottles can be, but there are great alternatives that help us keep the earth in good shape. Okay, so this person, their opinion is water bottles aren't necessarily bad, we just need to do the right thing with them, right? So let's look. It gives us her statement, her topic sentence. There's an easy alternative, right? That's what she's talking about, these alternatives. We just need to recycle our water bottles. Okay, instead of sending them to the landfill, but the bottles can be reused and made into new things. By recycling our plastic, we can help keep those materials out of landfills. This not only keeps our landfills smaller, but it can help reduce energy use and emissions. So what they mean by that, it will reduce the amount of energy and like harmful chemicals and things that are released into the air when having to dispose of these types of bottles, right? So if we can recycle them, it will keep those chemicals and things out of our landfills, and therefore, reduce all those chemicals that are in the air and in the soil. Another alternative to using bottled water is purchasing a reusable water bottle and filling it with water from your tap, which almost all of you do. In class, I've seen so many of you, almost all of you, have your own water bottle that you just refill. That's a great alternative. You can still have your water on hand. You can drink it whenever you need to. You can drink it instead of those sodas and things, but you don't have to have that wasteful plastic water bottle. Tap water is healthy and inexpensive. If you use the same bottle over and over, you are able to keep plastic bottles out of the landfill, which is great for our environment. Many people are upset about how wasteful water bottles can be, but there are great alternatives. So she gave us a lot of good ideas here. So we found evidence, we found reasons in each passage for each opinion. Okay? Now, what we're going to work on next is starting to brainstorm. So remember, do you think we should ban water bottles? That is your topic. your topic question, do you think we should ban water bottles? You need to give your opinion, and you need to use evidence from all three passages. So I'm going to click over. I'm going to post this little graphic organizer on Dojo, and I'll also email it to some of you guys if you need it. Parents, if you need me to email it to you, just let me know. If not, it'll be on a Dojo class story, okay? It's something you can print out, or you can open it up in a Word document and you can work on it. So your topic up here, you could put in there, do you think we should ban water bottles? Okay, that's what you're writing about. Should we ban water bottles? Yes or no? You need to give us your opinion. So if you recall, we used a very similar graphic organizer to this one for our opinion writings that we've done in class, okay? So what you're going to need to do here, we have our topic, you need a position statement, okay? That's going to be your opinion. In my opinion, I believe we should, what? Should we ban water bottles or should we not ban water bottles? That's what you need to have. Some sort of opinion statement here. Opinion. Oops. It's being weird. It's okay. You need an opinion statement there, okay? What do you believe? And then here's where you'll give your reasons. If you believe that we should ban water bottles, give me a reason. They're bad for the environment. They contain harmful chemicals. Any reason that you could get from the passage that we identified. There were lots of reasons and details in there. Okay? So this statement, your first reason is we should ban water bottles because, or we should not ban water bottles because. Okay? You're giving a reason. And then you're going to give some details. These 1 and 2 under each of your paragraph here, this is where you're going to put text evidence from the passage. You could say in passage 1, it states that water bottles, if you're going to talk about the environment, that it takes 1,000 years for them to decompose. You're actually using details from the passage. So, this is your opinion statement up here. That's your sentence. You get to come up with that. Your reason, you're going to come up with a reason, but it can't be something that you just make up. It has to be something from the passage that we discussed, that we read, okay? And then you're given details, and again, those details are not something that you're just making up. They're something that you actually have, you can cite in the passage, from passage 1, passage 2, or passage 3. And that's the same formula you're going to use for the rest of your essay. You'll give a different reason. If you believe that we should not ban water bottles because they're a good alternative to sodas, then these 3 sentences here should be about water bottles are good because they give you an alternative to sugary drinks. Something like that you get from the passage, not something that you just come up with on your own. Okay? And then the same thing for reason 3. If you want to talk about how you believe that, we should not ban water bottles because there are good alternatives, then that's what you would need to write about. You would need to figure out a reason. Why should we not ban them? What kind of alternatives? That's what you would need to put here. Okay? Now, and then you're going to give a concluding statement. Okay. Now, I give you examples for all 3 different opinions. However, you're not going to write 1 paragraph about each opinion. You need to come up with your opinion. Either you believe we should ban water bottles, or we should not ban water bottles. Then you can use details from all 3 passages, but you're not going to jump back and forth from different opinions. I hope that makes sense. So if you believe that we should ban them, then that's the opinion you need to stick with in your entire writing. If you believe that we should not ban them, then that's what you need to talk about in your entire writing. Now, you can mention things like, Article 1 says this, but I believe differently. Or Article 3 discusses alternatives to water bottles, which would also be a great, that alternatives would be great because we could still have water bottles in our lives, but we wouldn't have to use them as much, or we could recycle these water bottles, something like that. But make sure you're not jumping from opinion to opinion to opinion throughout your writing. Make sure you stick with one opinion, okay? Now, if you are having a difficult time with this, maybe start slow. Maybe first write a paragraph where you're giving an opinion and you're citing a reason. Then maybe think about what's another reason that you believe whatever it is that you believe, and find a different reason. So you can take it in small little steps. You don't have to sit down and just bang out a whole essay, okay? If you need to start out with just putting this into a paragraph form where you just give your opinion and one reason and one detail, do it that way and then build up to writing more. I know it's a lot, I know it's tough, but this is something that's a 4th grade standard that you guys do need to practice. So don't get stressed out. If you need to take it in little bits, take it in little bits. It is okay. I know it's hard when Miss Cannon and I are not there to actually help you and actually, bounce ideas off of each other, but just do the best you can. That's all we ever expect from you guys. I hope that this going over it this way was more helpful than, just letting you guys kind of go through it on your own. Let me know if you need more help or if you're not sure of something or not sure of some of the directions, anything at all, just let me know and I'll be happy to help you or make another video. And like I said, just do your best. Don't stress out. Please don't stress out about it. It's not something that you need to stress about. Just take your time. Take it in little tiny bits if you need to. It's no big deal, okay? Work hard, guys. Do your best. Be patient with your parents. They're there to help you too, okay? All right, that's going to be it for your writing for the entire week. You can always refer back to these videos if you need to. And like I said, if you have any specific questions or concerns or anything, just let us know. All right, good luck, guys. Do your best.